Okay, we're going to begin this hour with those new details on the deaths of the two children in Calgary. Police have confirmed that the father's in custody, charged with their murders. CBC's Leanne Young has more details on this. Let's talk about what we're learning.
Yeah, Sarah, so now we know more about the accused, the two young victims, and what led up to their deaths. So the accused is a 37-year-old man. The father, he has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. His 2 victims, his 2 kids, a 5-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. Now, there is a publication ban that's court-ordered in place, so we cannot identify the children, the father, or the mother. But we did get more details from Calgary police this afternoon. So we learned that the father and the mother had shared custody of their children. They had a 6-year-long common law relationship, and they broke up about less than a year ago. And they say that it was not uncommon for the father to pick up the kids and take them out for a couple of hours. Now, there has been a history of domestic incidences at their shared household. So police say 4 times they've had to visit, but never any criminal charges. I want to take you now, though, through a timeline of what police know so far. So starting with Wednesday, April 29th. So we're going to pull that right up here. You can see, so starting around 5 to 5:30 in the afternoon. So the suspect, the dad, picks up the kids from the mom's home, and he takes them out. A couple of hours later, they don't turn back up. The mother starts getting concerned. She calls police, and police then tell her that, you know, you have shared custody. There's not much we can do unless you go and seek a court-ordered custody order. And so that is advice that she does take them up on later. Now, shortly before midnight, police say that's their best estimation of when the killings allegedly happened, but they don't know that. Autopsies are still underway right now. Now, the next day, taking you to Thursday, now to April 30th, and what we know is that around 8 o'clock in the city, in the morning, the suspect, the dad who had driven somewhere west, returns back into the city, and at 10 o'clock in the morning, that's when he calls 911. He tells the 911 operator that he has killed his children. He gives their location, and he was arrested there shortly after. Police say that he was taken into custody, and he did give a statement confessing to their murders. Now, later that day, police had to break the awful news to the mom, and where they found her was indeed getting that court-ordered custody agreement. So a really tragic circumstance of what had happened. Everyone now trying to make sense of what happened and asking about the potential motivation. And here's what police had to say.
You know, asking me what he was thinking, why an individual would kill their own children, I don't think any of you would be satisfied with any kind of answer that I could potentially give. I don't think any of us know what the actual motivation was as to why he did that.
Just hearing how the mother initially heard from police that her children were dead, I can't even imagine. Mm-hmm. Have we heard from anyone as to how she's doing?
Yeah, so we spoke with some of her church community members, the Eritrean community in Calgary. They said that she's being supported by them, and the priests and members of the congregation went to her house this afternoon, and they took her to the church, and that's where she has been spending the afternoon and hopefully getting the support that she needs. Here's what some of them had to say about how she's doing.
Yeah, so as soon as I got the call, I went to her home place, and we supported her there. She was shocked. She wasn't able to speak. She wasn't able to cry. But then we brought her here today. This is where we always gather when any funeral or any thing happens. So this is where we support each other. We bring them here, and based on our culture and religion, we support each other.
No one expected, such a horrible news, and it's really hard for mom. She doesn't have any family member in Canada. She raised them alone, and having this, nightmare. I don't know how she's gonna bear it.
An absolute nightmare, and the members of the community say they are also, of course, in shock. The suspect, that dad, is expected in court next week. Sarah?
Okay, thanks, Leanne.
You're welcome.